Welcome back, everybody. We're up here at Renlow Park near Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania. And I snuck down real quick from the campsite and got some footage of the start of the post-vintage race on Sunday morning. I'm standing right at this death-defying first turn. It was a clear advantage to get that whole shot if you could get it, because if you watch, yeah, that's about a 18-inch drop-off, a wall of trees, and not a whole lot to its left or right. So it forced you to get into that single track and not in too big of a hurry. I tried to line up on the left side of the line myself so that I could get more of an angle into it and it wouldn't be such a right angle. These guys have no choice but to play follow the leader for the first 100 yards here. After that, it opens up and makes for some good racing. So if you see yourself, have a good idea how your race started right here. There goes old Kevin Marshall in the Punisher outfit. Love that jersey still. Never gets old. Tell you what, the weather was good. It was darn near perfect if you ask me. If I got this kind of weather every race, I'd be happy. There goes old Mike Ruggieri. Good to see him back out again. I think this is the last of it, and then we're getting ready to get started into my moto. We'll see how this all plays out. I went over and in the field was practicing my starts a little bit. I think it helped out. I got the right gear. And I am gonna snag this whole shot, but Joey Spade just about took it from me. I'm telling you what, he was all over that, but he somehow ended up down to the left. Went in there a little bit too hot. He said he lost his brakes, and that would definitely explain that. He did the whole first lap without any brakes. Came back and they switched bikes real quick, and he still ended up winning the class. He's having one heck of a season. Now, I walked this part of the course. I walked out here for probably a mile and a half just to get a feel for how things were. So I kind of had an idea that I was going to be in this little bit of a field section out through here. And I felt like if I needed to, I might be able to make a pass in there somewhere. I knew if there was logs down or not. I'd already walked it and seen if I could make a hotline out through there. And Blade and I were talking about this creek crossing coming up. You'll see what I mean. He's like, go left, dude, go left. He goes, it's better. So I try it, and boy, I tell you what, I used it the whole race, except for one time I got with another guy, and it was a lot faster that way. I'm not sure if anybody of you guys seen that. Now, I've been riding for a little while out front, and I run into Brian Ashcraft here, and I'm in a state of panic because I haven't heard anybody behind me for a while, so I think something got snarled up, and I'm just trying to put some tires to the freaking dirt and see what we can do. I remember this little field section from years past. Knew it was just a big wide sweeper. I still don't really hear anybody yet, but they're coming. Guaranteed they're coming. I have it's almost like a 3-part race with me. So I start out good. I'm feeling pretty good. And it doesn't get to be too long. Here they come. Here comes the faster guys out on their bikes from probably the last line of some of the support classes. And I'm thinking some of these guys, the way they're riding, they know the trail very well. I talked to a couple guys that wanted to get into the race. They were club members from Renlow Park. I try to stay out of their way as best I can. Because, I mean, they are flying. Some big 4-strokes. And still haven't seen anybody from my class yet. I got Oh, Ben Fordowski, he's I'm looking for him. I'm figuring I got these two guys here. I'm trying to get out of their way, and the one guy goes left while I'm trying to get out of his way. That leaves actually I think that's Ben right there. Yeah, that's Ben right in front of me. And by the time I got around to this, for whatever reason, my right hand was going to sleep on me really bad. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but and actually both hands were going to sleep really bad. I had a hard time feeling the clutch and the brake, and it was getting hard to navigate with the way it was. My whole race, I just didn't feel it, mostly because of that. And not having anybody out in front to gauge myself, I get off course here, get down in some mud, and there goes Joey Spade. He goes flying around that upper turn, which I used the rest of the race because I missed the arrows and got down in here. And that was the whole thing with me in this whole first lap, was looking to see where the course was going because there's so many other trails. So it seems like I'm going really slow, and I was. I'm not making any excuses. There goes a couple more of them faster guys. Yeah, I'm not making any excuses. But I just wasn't feeling it on Sunday. Could have been from all the motocross racing on Saturday. I don't know, but I was looking and searching around, not trying to get lost because the course was like right here. A lot of people I didn't know where to turn to go down in, and I had a good idea that I was there, so I knew I'd look down there to the right. And Ben had messaged me about this guy they call the Patty Man, and he said I was his Patty Man. I wasn't for very long because yeah, I just couldn't hang with them and I'll do better next time, Ben. But number 33, Owen Flanders, now him and I hooked up for a lap or so until something happens. And I get hooked up. I think this is I think it's Grant Reichart. Him and I finished right next to each other. I'd say we were about the same speed that day. But you can tell the course is in primo condition. Wasn't bad at all. You probably didn't notice that real quick there, but you, if you watch carefully, you'll see. Yeah. I try to get out. What you didn't see right there, or maybe you did see if you slow it way down, is Owen and I came together. I mean hard. I think I elbowed him in the ribs, and I didn't want to make a pass there. It was just I was off balance. He come up beside me. I didn't see him, and I decided just to give him the position back because I'd rather pass you clean than do that. And I wasn't having that great of a race as it was anyhow, so I didn't want to screw him up. But I thought if I get a chance, I'm going to get around you. So he actually plays rabbit for me good. The feeling in my hands is starting to come back a little bit, and so I'm thinking, all right, I might be able to make a race out of this. I found somebody about my speed, and the race got a lot funner when I got behind Owen. Got a chance to meet him after the race. Just a heck of a nice kid. Enjoyed talking to him and his dad. We're just screaming up over this uphill. It's hard to see the elevation gains and stuff like that. What I liked was following someone like this was I was having a hard time seeing the arrows and stuff, and they were well marked, but I don't know if I'm going colorblind or what, but I just wasn't processing it fast enough. Probably old age. But with Owen out in front of me, I could just kind of ride the trail and have a little faith that he was seeing everything the right way. And it's funny, I follow him for a while, and I finally do get a pass on him, and then I think my speeds and stuff went down, even though my lap times are almost identical. I'm in like 18.2 range, about a full second less than the leaders in, or I mean a full minute less than the leaders in our group. All right, watch this this move. I hated this one thing coming up here. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about right here. You go right and then a hard left. Now I don't make it. I'm bushwhacking it out through here. I know that the trail comes back onto each other. I'm back. It took me a little while to catch back up the bend, but I do. And this is after you went through that field section after the start. I'm all over the place with this film, but you're getting a little bit of all the laps here. I didn't catch Owen here until a little bit later. I want to say it was probably the second lap or maybe the third lap. It kept my lap times down anyhow. Well, our next race is going to be up in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. The Field of Dreams. Mark that on your calendar. It's 2 weeks from this race. So we'll head over that way, about 45 minutes east of Pittsburgh. Should be a good show. Hope to see y'all there. And I think Owen and I are just going to cruise out across this first part of the track here. As you can tell, we're not doing too bad. Not as fast as Joey and Ben were flying, but still a good race. I think Owen might have been in the open class. I'm still here. I haven't seen him take a sip out of that Camelback. I bet that thing is full. Yeah, no real giant big ruts or anything. Just a little bit of mud here and there. Nothing terrible. I don't think I used one tear off. I'm thinking right here I can get him. Tried for a pass there, nothing happening. I do not know what happened there. He just kind of skids into that tree, and it didn't look like nothing too serious, but I took the pass and went on from there, and my lap times went higher after that.